And you're kind of glad you spent all that time doing bias tape or cutting for bias tape, because you don't want to use this stuff which costs a freaking fortune. Oh my gosh. And I was going to use either silk or satin or this stuff for the inner of the masks, but it's not, I don't know how well it would wear to being washed frequently. But I do have some pretty funky little pieces of flannel that I might be able to use for other masks that can be pieced together. I have a little bit of this guy left, so I'm definitely gonna make some for the nurses. And just add a little bit of color and pop to the masks, because why not, right? Oh my gosh, this is heavy. And I am, I have just little bits of flannel left, which really, really sucks, but it is what it is. So, it's for the embroidery thing. Like, this stuff is really solid. It's like almost like a very light denim. Where's the other stuff? I need 2 times 34 inches. So we're definitely going to be some flannel here. It's not white enough, but it might work on other smaller piecing projects. And I have, I think, enough of this one to do a mask for myself. And it's very thick, so it might breathe better. Where's the other? Let's see. I went into my dungeon, my old sewing room, and basically brought everything out. Almost everything out. So, I'm desperately looking for this what the heck? For this fabric. Obviously, we're not going to use this piece. But this fabric is really, really hard to find. And I'm kind of half freaking out because I can hear my neighbor's shop vac, and I'm really hoping he's not flooding because he's attached to me. And my basement is dry. Thank you, Father. I'm also looking for this, for these 2 fabrics. If anybody sees it, please let me know. Ladybug fabric is extremely hard to find. When you do find it, it can be very costly. But I had Goldie's, my first dog. Her collar was made. I had it made because at the time I didn't know how to sew. So she had a collar made of this, and I had attempted to make Dewey's first collar out of this, and this was the result. Yeah, that didn't work well. So, and I have a lot of this stuff. This used to be a nightgown my mom gave me, and it's really pretty, and it's just so nice and light. And that's the good thing about this kind of project, where this is just for the ties, like it's not anything major, so it can be upcycled. Oh, I got another piece of, oh yeah, I was gonna use this horror, but I figured maybe now is not the best time to use this guy. Or maybe it is. I don't know. How about you leave a comment and let me know. It's I have a lot of it, and it's just the most horrific fabric I think I have ever seen. I got it, oh my gosh, at a yard sale, I think, or at a church rummage sale. I like going to those when I can, and that is not always possible anymore. Not because of the virus, but because of my anxiety. So, hang on, we're gonna look. I think I have more. Yeah, I have more, a little bit more bias tape I had made here. So, just some pretty pinky stuff. More pink stuff. This one. More ladybug stuff. And I want to make some, what the hell's on that now? Come on! Hold on. Some tea bag holders. I love this fabric. But that's probably going to end up waiting. And I'm also thinking of making, if I can get my hands on cotton batting, which is like this stuff here. I'm going to be making eventually some reusable period pads, or incontinence pads. I don't know how well they would work. I'll have to test it. But in this quote-unquote era where we're not really sure where our products are going to come from, I think maybe now is a good time to look at alternatives, maybe earth kinder alternatives. And well, we can see what happens. And the best part about making them at home is you can make them however long you want, however light you want, however short you want, and you can reuse them. So more bias tape, exactly the size I need to. So I spent hours making this stuff, and now it's gonna be coming handy. So I'm very happy because I can't find the rest of it, and I know there's a lot more somewhere. So these bags I would use to make reusable grocery bags, which right now I would not use, simply because of the risk of bringing the virus inside. But it's coming. Like it's if I just gotta refill my supply of thread and certain materials. And like, I mean, I got lots of material. You go through thread like crazy, and pink is not my favorite color, but it's one of the ones that sell the best. So it's usually one of the ones I sell out the most of, or more quickly of. So this would be our little update for today. And there's something else. And I checked my sump pump and the hole in the basement where I don't know what it's called, the sump hole or whatever, and it's dry. Like, thank you, Father, because I don't know if you guys can see that, I live at an incline down, so, and I'm on a dead-end street. So this street is a dead end at both ends, but it's crossed by a major street, and there's a mountain at the other side of at the other end of the street, and we have a forest on our end. But we are the last two houses down. It's a relatively gentle hill, but it has potential to bring water in the house. And my dad was like, check your sump pump, make sure it's working, and it is. So yeah, just I'm praying for those who are having problems, because we still have a lot of snow. Oh, you're being you being stay there. I don't want to bother you. Stay there. Good job. Stay there. Well, shit, we might just be working on that stay command. I just love this boy. He's just the most amazing thing. He really is. You go sleepies. You go sleepies. Okay? I got work to do. I gotta measure the ties. You go sleepies, my love. Yes. So, And we have, like, just because I've been going through, like, the fabric like freaking nuts, just trying to find stuff I can use. Um, Pretty stuff like gingerbread man and those flowers. Just, I don't know. There's um, butterflies down there. My goal is to organize this area eventually. So, and I just had an observation actually earlier. So a lot of people are stuck at home and they don't have a choice. They have to stay home. So these people who normally get out to work um, get a taste of what people on disability who either don't work because it's just impossible, like employers will not hire them because of their disability, even though it's illegal to not hire them. It's discrimination. You, they get a sense of what it's like for us to stay, basically be introverts and being home, and how we have to figure ways to keep our minds alive, keep our bodies alive, even though we may be racked with pain, migraine, fibro, IBS, immune diseases, which is the reason I'm not at work, are one of the reasons. And, I've seen a lot of people um, poop down on us because apparently we're getting a free handout. But I would just like to take a moment and remind these people that we didn't ask for what we have, and not all disabilities are visible. So we do the best we can with what we got, and we know our limitations. And like I said, we do the best we can with what we got, and we try and make ends meet. So it's very difficult for everyone right now. It's difficult. There's a lot of sacrifices everybody is making. So instead of pooping down on people, we should be virtually reaching out and helping each other up rather than putting others down. And wishing the virus on people, I've seen it, and I just can't believe that people would do that. I would not wish that or anything that I have on my worst enemy. So maybe just remember that we're all human. We all bleed red, regardless of creed, race, religion, blood, or where we're from, where we're going. Nobody's perfect. We're all works in progress. And now more than ever, we need to be there for other people. We need to be there for our neighbors. And I know some neighbors make it really difficult. They can be real pitas, but they're still human. They may still need help. They may, they may not want to come out and ask for help because of whatever reason. But if we can help, in my opinion, as humans, civilized humans, it's our duty to help. Even if that means praying for them, even if they don't believe, okay? Why is it every time I do video, it ends up being a speech? Tell me this. Tell me. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so all this to say, if you see people are having difficulties and you can help, and I've said this before, pay it forward without expecting anything back. And you don't know the wars, the internal wars, and and crisis that other people are going through. So the so it's very iffy to judge someone because we don't know what they're going through. I mean, I read about a post about a lady that has 9 children. So she goes shopping for 1 week, and her grocery list is as long as mine for a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know? So when you see people with full carts, I mean, there's obvious hoarding. That's really, really obvious. But there's other cases where you see full carts, you know, let's not judge. There's usually a reason, um, usually a very good one. Like, for example, I can only go into town once next month, and I need to do my entire monthly order in one shot, like while I'm in town, because I don't have the gas to go back. And I'm really praying and hoping I will find everything I need, because otherwise it's going to be interesting. Um, I just don't have the gas, and my immune system is compromised, so I can't. I don't want to risk it. Same thing with the pharmacy. I have medication that's due 2 days apart, so I'm going to push one on the furthest date and go and get it in one shot. So, let's just be kind, be thoughtful, be socially distanced. And if you really don't need to go out, don't. And if you don't take it seriously and you don't think it's real, that's your problem. And I'm not going to apologize for that. Stay home. Just, don't be a backside and risk everybody's life just because you think it's not real. There's been too many proofs shown, and I have family in the medical field. It's real. So, stay home if you don't need to go out. And I mean, take advantage of this time for whatever that you haven't had time to do because you were too busy beforehand. That goes for everyone. We're always running, run. We got to do this, do that, work. Now's the time to recharge your batteries. Basically, do what you have to do, or do what you've been wanting to do in the house, and just try and enjoy the slower pace of life. And I know for a lot of people, this is really difficult. So with that, it's going on 18 minutes. Oh my gosh. I will ask the Lord to bless you all and to keep you safe and healthy. And we will see you guys on the next one.